So guys, I don't understand why any of this stuff makes sense with the Nicki Minaj thing, and hear me out. So she decides she doesn't want to go to the party of the rich people, which is fine. It's in, she's entitled to do whatever she wants, right? And her reasoning for that was because she wasn't vaccinated. They required her to be vaccinated, and she just wanted to do a little more research, whatever it may be, right? I mean, and each individual person's research is their own individual business, right? Before I take a vitamin or maybe eat some food, maybe I want to do research on, the impacts it may or may not have on my body. And you know what? We're all entitled as Americans and as people to decide that, right? So I don't understand the hostility that she started facing, and then she started basically calling her right wing, which I don't even understand how it's political now. Like, that really doesn't make any sense. It's not just people. I mean, I remember initially that even Kamala Harris and Joe Biden said we can't trust the vaccine when it was Trump's, but then they're president now, so now we can totally trust the vaccine, which doesn't make any sense to me either. So there's a whole lot of not sense making going on. And then she said, look, the White House invited me to discuss it with Fauci and with I think it was the Surgeon General, which is great. I think they should do that. And if they may, she's like, I don't really want to go there because, I just had a baby. I don't want to get COVID to my baby and stuff like that, which, she's a parent. That makes total sense to me too. So, I don't understand the reason why the White House thing comes out and lies about it. That it's like, no, we offered a Skype call. But it's like, and she, make it a counter video saying, you think I'd lie about being invited to the White House? I don't have to lie. I mean, obviously she's famous. People go to the White House all the time that are famous. It's just, it's not that big a deal or out of the ordinary. So I don't understand why the White House would come out and deny that. And then now they've come back on, even yesterday, what I think it was the press secretary said, no, we invited her via Skype call. We were still working the details out. We didn't invite her at all, really. And then today, now they come out and say, oh yeah, well, we did invite her to the White House. Why do politicians have to lie so much for something that's not even that big of a deal? It's like almost like they're wired to lie about it just to later say the truth about it in a weird way that makes it seem like, why didn't you just say that from the get-go? It doesn't make it wasn't a big deal either way to us. Like I don't think the American people gave a rip if you invited her or not. Like that's really, to us, we don't really care. But the fact that you lied about it is like makes us care more, right? So then it's like you're trying to force certain rules upon people. And then you lie about easy stuff like this. It makes people think, well, what are you really lying about when you're forcing these big rules and these other things? So it's very interesting. It doesn't make much sense to me. And then now Nicki Minaj gets attacked by her own, well, I don't know if they're her own followers or not, but let's just say people leaning left, I would imagine, or at least pro-vaccine folks, let's just say that. And I mean, I don't understand why you would attack somebody for just basically saying that I want to look into something a little bit more before I do it. I mean, it seems to be kind of counterintuitive that you would just blindly trust somebody without doing any kind of research. And maybe she just didn't have time yet, right? Everybody, you can just say, oh yeah, well, the FDA or these people here, these are the experts, they said this and that or another about, it, and you should just blindly listen to them. And I don't know if blindly listening to people in power is the answer to anything, in all honesty. And so it doesn't make any sense to me. And then now I guess they're threatening her family down in Trinidad, and they're looking for them. So her family in Trinidad is in hiding, which is kind of crazy. And, there's more to the story to come, but it's getting to be to where it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I don't understand why, somebody that just doesn't want to take a shot, and, they have their own rights to not take the shot. You have your rights to follow her or not. She has the right to get sick and die if she chooses to. And nobody follows her around and tells her she needs to stop smoking or drinking if she chooses to smoke and drink. I mean, that's really, in my mind, that's where, the weird argument comes in, is that you have to do this because we care about your health, or you don't regulate or mandate, stopping drinking or smoking or anything else that's bad for you, right? So it's very interesting, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I'm very confused on it. I'm curious about your opinions on it too, because this is a whole kind of blown out of proportion thing now, and now it's kind of interesting because the people that, I would have thought been in Nicki's corner are basically turning on her on a whim, just because of one little thing that she didn't go to the gala because of one little reasoning. And she even came out and made a video and said, listen, 80% of the people you guys are following are just like me. They just have too afraid to say it out loud because look at how I'm getting attacked, which kind of, leads to what people believe is it's some sort of power grab to people. And I don't know what to believe, but I think it's just weird and it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I just figured I'd put that out there. I don't really know. I'm just rambling, but there's a lot of stuff that don't make a lot of sense nowadays lately. And it's been really, I was thinking about starting another YouTube channel just about like things that don't make sense, because there's just a lot of things that don't make sense. Like those two kids over Brian and I forget the girl's name, but she went missing and now he's missing. And that don't make no sense. Jeffrey Epstein, that don't make no sense. There's a lot of things that have not been making a lot of sense lately. I don't understand it, and I think there's a lot of things we could probably pry into, and maybe we will. But anyways, I figured I'd just put that out there. And is it just me, or there's a lot of stuff that's just not making a lot of sense lately? You guys let me know. I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.